Over the next couple of episodes, we are going to be taking the all-new Jeep Cherokee on a bit of a road trip. Now, while we're filming this episode, the Sochi Winter Olympic Games are going on, so we thought it'd be pretty cool to take it to the previous host city. We're going to be driving from Vancouver all the way up to Whistler for a little bit of a snowboard trip. This second shot at driving the Cherokee will give us real-world fuel economy and more time behind the wheel than the first time when we drove it in California. Well, this Jeep's only been out for a couple of months and it's been selling very well and winning some awards. The Automobile Journalist Association of Canada awarded it with the Best New SUV for 2014. That's quite a substantial award. Now, before we tell you what makes this Jeep so unique, let's get out on the road. The road to and from Whistler is called the Sea to Sky Highway and was redone just before the 2010 Games. It has shortened the amount of time it takes to get to the mountain, and it's much safer now. If you've never driven this road, it's one of the most picturesque in the country. Now, you probably remember the old Cherokee. It was a very boxy-looking truck-based SUV. Now, this vehicle is nothing at all like that vehicle.
The new Cherokee is based off the compact US-wide architecture, as we call it, within Chrysler. It is a platform that we started on the Dart. From there, we built off of that to put a new body on it for a top hat. Then the underpinnings for the suspension in the front and the rear were modified to accommodate the platform.
The platform's very smooth, quiet, and refined, and the handling's impressive too. Now, some of the competition out there actually feels very basic and simple. Driving this Cherokee almost feels like driving a refined car instead of driving a small SUV.
So we have two engines, a 2.4-liter four-cylinder, the Tiger Shark engine. We have a 3.2-liter V6, which is the Pentastar engine. It's a D-stroke 3.6-liter Pentastar that we utilize on our Grand Cherokee, our Chargers, our Challengers, as well as the 300. It can do anything that we expect the Jeep to do, and I think the customer will see it firsthand when they get it and be very, very impressed.
The vehicle we have for this drive is the top limited model with the optional V6 engine, which is just a $1,300 upgrade from the four-cylinder base engine. That's a pretty good value. And boy, did Jeep load this one up for us to try. It has a technology group with things like a lane departure warning system, auto high beam control, forward collision mitigation system, automatic parking assist, and more for $17,950. Then the luxury package that includes leather seats, power liftgate, trailer tow package, V6 engine, and an automatic transmission, to name just a few. Now, not very many people will load up their Cherokee like this, but it does showcase the options available. Well, here we are in Squamish, about halfway to Whistler. We had enough time to give the Cherokee a quick wash, grab ourselves some coffee, and we'll have a chance to take a look at the interior. One of the reasons this Cherokee is getting so much attention is the class above interior. There's a huge available 8.4-inch Uconnect system that is superbly fast and very easy to learn. Many of the luxury brands could learn how to simplify their systems using this one. The dash is covered in soft touch materials, and there's another screen in the instrument cluster that can be customized. The design is very attractive, starting at about $23,500. It looks really good. All right, next stop, Whistler. One thing we have to point out is the Cherokee is the very first vehicle in the world to come with a 9-speed automatic transmission.
The new Cherokee is, kind of right in the heart of what we call the DSUV segment. So, with RAV4, CR-V, and Escape, kind of the exact same exterior and interior dimensions, but really the way it separates itself from the competition is with the four-wheel drive capability and the fuel economy that gets by virtue of the new 9-speed.
Now, you would think that having so many gears would make it feel like the Cherokee is shifting all the time, but honestly, you can hardly tell. And having so many ratio options makes it quite pleasant when you're driving on mountainous highways like we are today. The 2.4-liter four-cylinder is rated at 9.6 liters per 100K in the city and 6.4 liters on the highway. The V6 is rated at 11.1 liters in the city and 7.4 on the highway. The question some of you might have is, which engine should I choose? Well, we've driven both the four-cylinder and the V6 models before, and they're both very good and different. The four-cylinder feels a bit lighter in the corners and will deliver better fuel economy, but the V6 is more powerful, which will be better for someone that does a lot of highway runs like this. I suggest that you try them both to see which one suits your needs. Keep in mind, the four-cylinder is no slouch. Well, here we are in Whistler, and I have to say it was a great trip. very comfortable, and that V6 engine was more than capable. I also want to point out that the cargo area is very useful. You can move the back seat forward, so there was tons of space for all our camera gear and my snowboard. Now when we come back on the next episode, we'll talk about the many all-wheel drive systems that are available, the sophisticated drivetrain, and we'll give you our real-world fuel economy. So that's it for today. I'm going to hit the slopes.
Looking for an SUV? All the reviews are available at drivingtelevision.com.